finally, the dastardly leader of the Decepticons gets a toy that he rightfully deserves that also doesn't cost my life savings. This is Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Voyager Megatron. So far, I'm really enjoying the Siege line. Like, the only other figure I have other than Megatron right now is Hound, and my god, both are just fantastic. I do have minor problems with both, but they aren't even enough to say that this line so far is bad. This line is probably the best Transformers line Hasbro has had since maybe Revenge of the Fallen? Now onto the figure itself. The paint isn't the most detailed out of every Transformer, but it doesn't really need to be. That's Megatron. Give me the bucket head, give me the fusion cannon, give me a sword that also the cannon, and just make him look like Megatron, and hell, they did it. Of course, it's not the same from the G1 because he turns into a tank, not a gun, because, you know, show friendliness, oh fucking hell. You have these bastards, Micro Monsters, changing into guns and weapons. Why can't Megatron? But they added this battle damage, and it doesn't look bad. I especially like it on the legs, and I thought I was really not going to like it, but I don't mind it. Would I really prefer it on the head? No. But other than that, I think it's pretty much fine. His only accessories that he comes with is this sword that I like to consider the Dark Star Saber. I really love Transformers Prime, okay? And he also comes with his fusion cannon, which looks really good. There you go, now he has his fusion cannon. And with the sword, you can put it on his back. Since he has two little plugs for figures like Cog and Six Gun, it would look just like that, so it can kind of look pretty cool. He can also actually reach his arm all the way back there, which is also kind of cool. Speaking of his arm, he can wield it in his hand. So let's quickly go over articulation. The head is where my main complaint for the figure comes in. He barely really has a ball joint, but it barely does anything. For some reason, at the back of the bucket head, and the head does this. There is no tabbing in at all, which I do not like, but he can look down that much. Technically, he can look all the way up. His arms can go out that far, can swivel. He has a swivel at the elbow and a single jointed elbow. And sadly, no wrist swivels. But he does have waist swivels. Those can go out that far, back that far. Can spread it real good if you're into that gay shit. Swivel here, has a bend at the knee. You can also do that because of transformation, but I don't think you really want to do that. I don't know why you would. And lastly, he has a pretty damn good ankle pivot. Let's do some quick size comparisons. Here he is next to Titan's Return Galvatron. Here he is next to previously mentioned Siege Hound. Here he is next to my Titan's Return Triptychon. I just really wanted to show this one because I really like it. Lastly, to make it quick, Figma Tracer. I think we spent enough time in this mode for our deadly friend Megatron, so let's transform him and look at his other mode. It's all within my reach. I see it now, it's always been inside of me. I see it. The tank mode is surprisingly pretty damn cool. It has a lot of details, which especially comes from the tank cannon, which just looks gorgeous. It can roll, because, you know, it should. The battle damage actually doesn't look that bad. The only thing I don't like about it is that the actual blade of the sword sticking out, but whatever. And of course, when you flip it over, you can see the head and the chest, but who fucking cares? The actual turret itself can go a full 360. It can't really go up or really down, but whatever. Here he is next to a fellow tank transformer that I have. Titan's Return Deluxe Hothead, Titan's Return Galvatron, and finally Tracer. Overall, I think Siege Megatron is probably my favorite out of Hound and him, and it's just fantastic. Where has this engineering been through Combiner Wars to Powers of the Prime? I didn't mind them as much as other people, but dear God, compared to just these two figures that I have, these are masterpiece levels. And it's shocking. I really hope Shockwave and Optimus and Ironhide are all going to be just as good, if not better, than Megatron. If this is the kind of quality we can get from Transformers nowadays, holy hell, this could lead to some of the best years the Transformers toys will ever have. The only thing I don't like about these two figures is that they're kind of small. But other than that, I think that's it. I hope I will see you next time. I really have no idea what it's going to be. But I was Blankisfornerds, other known as Blank, but you can call me TK. I'll see you nerds next time. Bye bye. やるせない世の中じゃそうはさ常識外れも